What's good, YouTube? Bosco back again. We reacting to Tisa Tells holding it down with the great information on everything going on right now. Academics, Drake and Kendrick, even P. Diddy. But this is something about OVO Sweatshop, which I've alluded to in my previous videos. We've definitely heard about it. There's definitely been artists as receipts. She got some information in this video I want to talk about. Let me know what you guys think about it. Let's get to it.
The way Drake be treating the youngins, people are trying to dig into Drake's alleged predatory, or what they describe as predatory practices, or the OVO Sweatshop. Now, I know we laughed when Kendrick Lamar told Drake, "You're not a collaborator, you're a colonizer."
You caught Future when you didn't see the club. Hey, what? Little baby help you get your lingo up. What? 21 get your false street cred. Thug makes you feel like you a slime in your head. Hey, what? Quavo said you can be from Northside. What? 2 Chainz say you good, but he lied. You run to Atlanta when you need a few dollars. No, you not a colleague, you a fucking colonizer.
Where he gloms on to young black and brown artists from impoverished neighborhoods. They are likening to modern day slavery, and baby, they broke it all the way down. Drake does appear, if these reports can be true, and baby, they got receipts, to be the OG colonizer.
You not a colleague, you a fucking colonizer.
But guess what? Unlike UMG and everybody else doing it, Drake's $400 million contract seems to be predicated on he'll exploit all the black and brown people.
It's crazy that $450 contract, that $450 million contract that they're speaking about is something that Kendrick is putting in jeopardy. I was kind of confused. Was it the music contract or the Nike contract? Because they're saying his shoes ain't doing so well. A lot of backlash behind it.
And then go run that to his master, Lucian Grange, if you can believe what Kanye is saying. Y'all listen, we got the...
Don't Drake have a bar talking about going to Lucian Grange? Run up the tab at Lucian Grange. Don't he say something? I thought when I heard that song, I thought that was a restaurant I didn't know about. But they're talking about the owner, right? Drake fans out there should know what I'm talking about.
Listen to this, and then let me know what you think, but baby, this is far from over. And I am going down that OVO rabbit hole. Diddy just distracted us for a little bit, but baby, we're going to be right back to it tomorrow. But check this out. All right, let me know what you think. So McConan had a problem. Y'all remember?
Before we get to this, man, Diddy is definitely a wild boy, man. And to pay to be able to hold the tapes and have that in your possession for 8 years and act like you never did nothing what you did on camera. The apology was whack. That's a video. That's a different video for a different day. Let's go ahead and see what this guy's talking about McConan, but I'm pretty sure I know what he's going to say because I said it already, man. Using people, jumping on their albums when they don't really have a buzz, but you like the song, you know the song can be potential. You jump on the song and take the song and kind of gangster them out the song. When the radios play the song, they don't play their verse, they only play Drake's verse. Let's go ahead and see what this guy's talking
McConan,
about.
right? The guy who sings club going up. But anyway, McConan had a problem. He comes out with a song called Tuesday that was blowing up in the underground. Now, the person who produced the song, his name was Sonny Digital. He was pretty famous. McConan, not that famous. Sonny Digital gets a phone call from somebody named Drake. Drake tells him, hey, let me get on the song Tuesday. Now, I don't know if you know much about the music industry, but this is not something you do. This is kind of like if you had a coworker call your boss to tell you to cover their shift. Your boss would be like, why don't you ask yourself? And that's exactly what Sonny did. He says, why don't you ask McConan yourself? You know what? Don't even worry about it. I'll ask him for you. So he asked McConan, hey, you want Drake to get on your song? McConan goes, of course, I'm an unknown artist. Drake, tell him to get on my song. So Drake gets on the song becomes a hit.
See, that's it right there. Drake knows I'm Drake. This guy's not known. If I reach out and want to get on his album or his song, it's gonna help me stay relevant. I'm gonna take some of his juice and throw away with him.
Hit and everybody lives happily ever after. Psych, stupid. Here's where things start to get wicked. Now, McConan gets 2 deals. He gets a deal offer from Drake saying, hey, why don't you come sign to me? And he gets another offer from somebody else. Now, I need you to start listening right now. Drake's offer is every song that you've ever created, you need to take down. He had like 10 albums at this point. And also, you don't have to pay for the feature that I just gave you, meaning that the opposite is true. If you don't sign to me, you have to pay for the feature that I gave you, even though I asked to be on your song. And if you...
See, that's the type of shit right there that I'm talking about. The little weasel snake shit right there. He gonna reach out to the person who don't, he gonna reach out to the underground artist and say, I want to get on your song, knowing they're gonna want to do it. Drake's like, this will be a buzz for me. I can stay on top. I got some new energy. The crowd, the audience is gonna love me for this, credit me for this, forget this new guy. He's done this to a lot of artists, bro.
Can't pay for a Drake feature price, which is a lot of money that he definitely doesn't have, then you need to take the song down. The song that's basically making your career go up at this point. The other deal was a standard deal that basically let him keep all of his songs. His manager told him, take the standard deal, taking the Drake deal is idiotic. He took the Drake deal. Drake said, welcome to OVO. McConan said, thank you so much. Drake said, I hate you with all my heart. McConan said, Drake says, look at Twitter. McConan looks at Twitter. All of his old tweets about him dissing Drake, talking crazy about Drake.
Now that's, okay, now that's a crazy situation right there, right? Now, wow. I mean, you talked about Drake before you knew Drake. You probably didn't think these would come back up. But then Drake's on your side. He wants to jump in your song. maybe you should have kept that energy and be like, nah, I don't rock with Drake if you didn't like Drake beforehand in these tweets that you allegedly made. But I get it. You want to get out the hood. Let me use Drake. If he want to get on my stuff, he likes me. Maybe he maybe not such a bad guy. Let's make some money. Let's make some music with him. I can change my life. But somehow, some way, old tweets start popping back up. Who started bringing these old tweets back up for people? What year was that when old tweets started resurfacing for people and getting people in a lot of trouble in the current day? You could have a tweet that was 10 years old, 12 years old, and get affected by it 12 years later, 10 years later. So I'm curious to see how and when those old tweets came up. So that's one part I guess McConan messed up on by having those tweets. But even people deleting tweets, people still find the deleted tweets. So I don't know what to say about that.
Resurface. Now, if y'all know anything about Drake, he takes things very, very personally. But come on, he just signed a new artist. Hey, they smooth things over. It's all good. Drake invites him to the studio. McConan goes over to the studio with his manager. Everything cool. And then McConan's boyfriend walks in. McConan's manager looks and says, why did you invite him? McConan goes, he cool. He gonna be fine. McConan's manager looks at his boyfriend and says, don't say anything that's gonna be weird. McConan's boyfriend goes, you know I'm cool. I'm cool. Wow, Drake, your place looks super nice. Wow, we finally made it, McConan. Look at us. We did it. We're in Drake's. Drake go. Manager go. McConan go. Drake said. Yeah, I stopped hearing from Drake. Drake didn't help him promote his album. None of that. All this is stressful.
Why? I mean, I don't know if that's what McConan's boyfriend said, but for one, why did he say that he should have chilled out? But why did they back away from him when McConan's boyfriend was excited to be? What was that about? If y'all know better, let me know.
His manager. All of a sudden, tweets come out saying, I hate Drake. He not helping me promote my album. From him. He says, I didn't send these. They were my manager who I just fired. He still had access to my Twitter.
Oh, that's what happened. The manager backstabbed him? What? This music game is cold, bruh. So the manager's like, you don't let me go? I'm gonna ruin any chance you have to be with Drake. The manager was trying to have his back at first, telling him to take the standard deal, didn't want him to invite his boyfriend. It's a lot of 2 sides, 3 sides to every story, man.
It didn't matter. Drake heated up. Now, the worst part is he was just at the Grammys. The tweets then dropped talking about Drake and Rihanna and everybody in the industry. Everybody in the industry like, that do kind of weird. Drake goes, you're dropped from the label. And the sad part is it didn't even matter. He was trapped by OVO long enough for his career to take a decline. And McConan himself describes the OVO Sweatshop. They call Drake's label the OVO Sweatshop, by the way. He said they only signed him because Drake needed a hit song. Before they signed him, Drake was saying, you're the greatest songwriter I ever heard. After they signed him, no phone calls. Think about everything I've said in this video from a business perspective. How did Drake know about McConan in the first place? How do you know about Migos when they first came out? How do you know about Block Boy JB? How do you know about the million artists that he's been?
Now that's what I was talking about in one of the recent videos speaking about Drake. He got on a Migos song early, blew that up. When you went to clubs or outside, a lot of times on the radio, they only played Drake's verse or play the first verse and then Drake's verse. When he went to Block Boy JB, same thing. They played Drake's verse more than anybody else's. McConan's, same thing. The list goes on. He gets into it with the new people. They're excited because Drake's the biggest artist, so they let him come join they let Drake come join their energy, their newfound energy, because you got to understand, these artists need energy to continue to go forward. Creativity, inspiration, energy brings all of that. So go with 4 Bats, go with Block Boy JB, go with McConan. You're getting all these guys, their own fan base and the people who like their music to co-sign to Drake now. Like if McConan had a bunch of fans, they probably were Drake fans too. Maybe some of them were reluctantly not Drake fans, but McConan being okay with it, they become his fans too. Same thing with 4 Bats and everybody else that Drake collabs or colonizes with, however you like to look at it.
On features with, well, he's very tapped into the underground music scene. If an artist is starting to rise, you can bet that you're going to see a Drake feature or a Drake remix with that artist. Now, if you don't have a label, you'll get offered a label. Then you'll find yourself writing a lot of songs and giving up a lot of songs. So Drake, word to the weekend.
That's the Weeknd story. That's the same thing. There's a list of people.
Just thank God that he never officially signed that paper.
That's crazy. That's a lot being said, and it's just that one little TikTok right there. I like when people can break stuff down, but you guys are seeing for yourself just some of the jank stuff that's going on with this dude.
Oh my God, the timing behind this is crazy. I just made a video where I was talking about 4 Bats, and now all of a sudden he's signed to OVO. Welcome to death row, buddy. Your career ended before it even had the opportunity to start. You'll be working in the sweatshop. Allegedly, the deal is for 1 EP, though. Is this rap's first 10-day contract? Before the news came out, I thought it was weird.
10-day contract, an EP, that's just enough to get your formula, how you put these musics down, son, however he says it, however he wants to talk with one of his fake accents. He got like 5 or 6 different ones. So whatever 4 Bats speaks in, Drake's gonna speak in the same way. He signs them to an EP deal. That's just enough to get to make 4 songs. Artists usually take a few weeks to do that. That's enough to you know what I'm saying, get your all the energy, all the inspo, all the slang, all of that. It probably will take 4 bats out, be around them to learn everything about like 4 bats, and then just dip on out, bro. After he done stole his...
He linked up with Drake, and they already had a song in the works. It was kind of obvious, though, because he's an industry plant. He has like 10 million monthly listeners and only 8,000 Twitter followers. We witnessing a new method before our very eyes. I can't even correlate this with anything else. Oh, I also forgot to say this. There was a video where someone's like, 4bats isn't an industry plant. It's because he made connections in the industry. That's
what?
The definition of an industry plant. You have connections in high places, and they put you in an opportunity. You were planted by the industry. It's in the name.
Let me know who you guys feel like are industry plants in the, I'm about to say the league. But yeah, we got industry plants in the NBA, NFL as well. But in rap, who are the newest, latest industry plants?
If not, then please keep your heads down, keep your mouth shut, and let me get us out of this like I got us out of every other motherfucker there.
For my shit, son. My shit better be hot. I'm smacking the shit out of you. Word of blood.
Now here's the thing. This is the end of her video. Make sure you guys go check out Tisa Tells. My thing is this: when it comes to Drake and his rap beefs, right? When he went against Meek Mill, and a lot of people, you know, obviously gave Drake that. But the part that's so cold is the fact that, okay, Drake won that battle, but he didn't win the battle because Daylight wrote the bars. This guy, Drake, this guy was unfair, bro. Because right around that time, if I'm not mistaken, is when they did the OVO thing connecting with Smack DVD. I think a year or two before that, the guy Daylight was around Drake because of the old King of the Dot being out there in Toronto. You know, so Meek Mill comes from battle rap, but at that time he was no longer a battle rapper. Drake went to one of the best battle rappers of all time. Daylight definitely top 5. Some people's top 3, definitely top 10 for everybody. Daylight is in the top 10 of battle rappers of all time. You went and got a top 5, top 3 battle rapper to write you bars for Meek for industry rapper. And you guys have seen when industry rappers try to go against battle rappers, it don't go well unless your name is Cassidy, Cassidy. That boy is killing it no matter what. But that's crazy, bro. If Daylight's pen is what eliminated Meek Mill with how great Daylight's pen is. You guys just recently seen Daylight on J. Cole's album. Drake never really won a battle against Meek Mill either. Drake is arguably like 0-7, 0-6 in battles. Pusha T, Kendrick. He lost to Meek if you really think about it when you go and break it down this way. There's a few other ones I can't think of right now. Future is one up on him. The Weeknd might be up on Drake. Let me know what y'all thinking, bro. Comment down below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this content. Deuces.